Hello friends, welcome to today's football prediction on Betkraft. Alright, today is the 12th day of August 2024 and as usual, so many games going on across the globe again on a daily basis, and amongst these many games that we have, a few of them looked into and we brought it forward for you. Alright, yesterday we didn't really fair to our standard, seeing that we had 3 games and we had 3 games lost and 3 games we won amongst 6 games that we predicted yesterday. It wasn't really like I always say, that it is a football game, and sometimes things change in football. No matter how you're able to make your analysis, you still find out that somehow something happens. All right, that wouldn't stop us. That wouldn't deter us from doing very well today. Today we looked into another 6 games, and hopefully it's going to be another 100% as usual. All right. Without further short while, we'll be looking at these matches one after the other, and I want to ask those of us who are yet to subscribe to our channel to kindly hit the subscribe button down there, so you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. All right, without further ado, we had to head to the business of today, and today we're starting with the first match. It is in Poland, first division, where we have Piast Gliwice coming up against Katowice. All right, in Polish first division. As usual, we'll have to take a look at the recent games both teams have played and how they fared, and also take it down to the performances from home and away perspective. So when you look at Gliwice, the home side, they've won 5 matches in the past 6 games that they played out so far, and they had 1 draw. Right, and away side, Katowice have won 3 out of those 6 recent games. They've also had 2 losses as well as 1 draw. And when you take a look at how these 2 teams have fared from home and away perspective, you could see that playing from home, Piast Gliwice have been able to achieve 7 victories in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 home games that they played. That tells you that they're doing very well. They've won 70% of their home matches, losing just 1 out of the past 10 home games that they had so far. It's a very strong side in Polish league. And Katowice, their away side, playing from away too, has been very, very good. Also seeing that they've won 6 games in the past 10 away games. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss, just a single loss in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. That's a very strong side, if you ask me. And when you look at how they performed from the last head-to-head meetings, you could see that the last time both teams met was way back 2012. Piast Gliwice played from home on that occasion, and they played out a 3-0 victory against Katowice on that occasion. But in this very game, seeing that the recent form of the home side, we could expect to see the home side achieving a result in this one. So we expect to see a home side either to win or draw in under 4.5. That's our verdict for that very game. Home win or draw in under 4.5. all right, that takes us to the next game, and it is in Egypt Premier League, where we have Ceramica Klubi, who will be up against Smouha. Okay, and the Klubi have won 3 games in the past 6 recent encounters. They've also had 2 draws as well as a single loss. And with side Smouha, on the other hand, have won 3 games, but have lost 3 as well in the past 6 games that they had so far. All right, looking at how these 2 teams have fared from home and away perspective, you can see that Klubi, the home side, have been able to achieve 6 victories in the past 10 home games that they have so far. They've been able to also achieve 2 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. All right, they've won 60% of their home matches, losing only 2 out of those 10 games that they played from home. And away side Smouha, on the other hand, have won 3, and they've also had 2 draws as well as 5 losses in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. And when you put all that together, you see that the home side Klubi is actually much more favored to rise to the occasion, seeing that they have actually won 60% of their home games. And looking at the head-to-head, the last time both teams met was earlier this year in March, where Smouha played from home on that occasion, defeating this side by 1-0. But prior to that, we saw Klubi playing from home, and they were able to defeat Smouha by 2-0. So putting all that together, we know that it is the home side that is expected to achieve a result in this, but our verdict is actually the home side either to win or draw under 4.5 once again. Okay, and that takes us to the next for the day, and it is in the Egypt Premier League, where we have a Futura FC who will be up against Ittihad. All right, Futura FC have been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 losses But away side, Ittihad have had 4 draws out of the past 6, but they've also had 2 losses as well. And looking at the situation, how these two teams are fared from home and away perspective, the home side, Futuro FC, have been able to achieve 5 victories in the past 10 home games that they have so far. They've also had 3 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games that they have so far. Alright, they've won 50% of their home games, and they've had 3 draws and they've lost 2 out of it. I would say they're doing fairly average. And looking at the away side, at Ittihad, who has won 2 games in the past 10 away games that they played so far, they've also lost 4 games as well as 4 draws. In the past 10 away games that they played so far. That tells you it's not a team doing very wonderfully well when playing from away. And the last time they met, which was earlier this year, saw Ittihad playing out 0-0 draw against Futuro FC on that occasion. But indeed today, judging by the form of the home side, we really do expect the home side to not lose outrightly in this very game. So we expect them to achieve at least a minimum of a point in this game. So we do expect to see home side winning or drawing and under 3.5. That's our verdict for this very game. Home win or draw under 3.5. Okay, that will take us to the next for today, and it is in Finland Friends Division, where we have SJK who will be up against the VPS. Alright, SJK have won 4 games in the past 6 recent games that they have so far. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. But away side, VPS have won just 1 game and have lost 5 out of the past 6 recent encounters. And when you look at the performances from home and away perspective, you can see that SJK playing from home have won 6 games in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. They've also had 3 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 home encounters. That tells you that this team have been able to win 60% of their home matches, and they're doing fairly well, if you ask me. And away side, on the other hand, VPS have been able to achieve 3 wins, 1 draw, as well as 6 losses in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. Right, and as a matter of fact, the last 5 away games that they played saw them losing out on all 5 games that they played from away. And when you put all that together, alright, when you look at how they fared from the last time they met, we saw SJK defeating the side from home by 5 goals to 1, and that tells you that SJK is a very strong side, and they're doing well, especially when they're playing from home. So we do expect the home side to actually achieve a result in this one, and it is home win. That's our verdict for that very game. Home side to win outright. That's what we expect. And that takes us to the next game for the day. Okay, and it is in Finland second division, where we have Klubi 04 who will be up against Atlantis. Alright, Klubi 04 who had 4 wins in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss in the past 6 recent games that they played out so far. And Atlantis, on the other hand, have had just 1 win, 2 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. And when you take a look at the performances from home and away perspective, you can see that Klubi 04 have managed to achieve 8 victories in the past 10 home games that they have so far, and have had 2 losses. But away side, on the other hand, Atlantis have been able to achieve 5 victories from away. They've also had 1 draw as well as 4 losses. But as a matter of fact, the last 3 away games that they played out so far saw them losing out all 3 away games. Okay, and from looking at the head-to-head performances, you can see that the last time both teams met saw them playing at a 2-2 draw, and on that occasion Atlantis played from home. And prior to that, we saw Klubi 04 defeating them by 3 goals to 2. That was far back to 2020. But in this very game, we could see that the home side is slightly better side. And also what you've mentioned is the fact that the head-to-head performances for both sides have actually seen a lot of goals, and it have seen over 2.5 on all 8 occasions out of the past 10 head-to-head meetings for both sides. So we actually look at their goal verdict in this very one, saying that the last 6 home games for the home side have produced lots of goals. All right, and we do expect to see a lot of goals in this one, and it is an over 2.5. That's our verdict for this very game. A minimum of 3 goals that we'll expect in this very encounter. All right, and that takes us to the next game that we have for you today. And okay, that actually is the last game for the day. And all right, I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes going today. And Remember to also play responsibly. It's only a football game, anything can happen in these games. All right, that being said, tomorrow is another day, and we are definitely going to come up with our daily games here on Betkraft. I hope you stick around and wait for tomorrow's game. All right, that being said, I wish you the best of luck, and I say keep winning.